area of concern today. Millions of people in 15 states in the red zone for a major severe weather outbreak.
Torcon values in some spots up to 7. That means a 70% chance of a tornado within 50 miles of you. We have expert analysis and everything you need to know. Thanks for being with us here this morning. I'm Alex Wallace.
And I'm Jen Carfagno. We've got a lot to cover this morning. We have storms already ongoing as we speak.
Yeah, that's right. Spot Chicago had storms blast on through, really fast moving, now moving across Lake Michigan. But you can see streets, they are wet there for you there in and around Chicagoland. And again, the risk for more storms developing a little bit later today. And it's been a while since we've seen some strong storms roll on through Chicago. Last time we had any severe reports, I should have to take you back to the early part of October where there were just a few wind damage reports. But again, today could be a big day for those storms. Roaming not just for Chicago, but for a lot of the Midwest, and Jen has the latest there.
I'm going to look through some of the ingredients that are going to feed these storms today. In Chicago, you can feel it this morning. You notice that temperature was 61 degrees. It is very warm and very humid across a good chunk of the east. One of the ingredients, low-level winds bringing in that warm, moist air. Also, a very vigorous jet stream coming in, and that's going to provide some of the upper-level energy. Disturbance within that jet stream will help get the air rising. The cold front coming in will help get the air rising. A lot of things today will help those clouds form. But we do have some rain this morning, and sometimes rain and clouds in the early part of the day does diminish later severe weather. So it's one of the factors to watch today. Right now, the storms that we're tracking, while they do have a little bit of lightning, are not at severe limits. It is rain, certainly this morning, slowing you down a bit, and lightning you need to contend with across West Tennessee. But the lightning strikes are pretty few and far between right now. Rain on the move, Nashville getting there within the next hour. Over towards Louisville, we are in it. Around Cincinnati, in it as well. And showers up here across parts of south central Ohio. And a little bit of light rain now moving into Pittsburgh and northwestern Pennsylvania. Don't worry too much about this here. Just a little rain to affect your morning. Now, storms did blow through Chicago with lightning and thunder, but they're already racing across Lake Michigan. The fast movement of these storms is very indicative of the kind of weather we will have today. All of the storms will be fast. They will move fast along. They'll bring the threat for damaging winds and the tornado threat, but they're also going to move very fast in themselves. Now, storms today into tonight, and tracking that threat by tonight into parts of Ohio and parts of Kentucky as well. The main area at risk today is Illinois and Indiana, and that's where we have the Torcon here, the highest tornado condition index right across that area from Illinois into Indiana, but all across this area, up into Michigan, into Ohio, even into western Pennsylvania, and back down into Tennessee. Storms with damaging winds, storms with potential for hail, and there is still a tornado risk in these areas too. It's just that it's highest right here into Illinois and Indiana. That's where we have a 7 out of 10 on our Torcon. Up into southern Michigan, it's still a 5 out of 10, so there is a very real risk today. Want to make sure that you are keeping watch of the weather, have a way to get your warnings if you're away from your TV or your radio today. Make sure you got your cell phone ready and that you're able to get warnings and get your family to safety. Now, today we timed it out in Cincinnati. Some showers this morning. You're not the ones we're most concerned about. It's the ones that come in later this afternoon and this evening at 6 o'clock that we could see the risk of thunderstorms turning severe. That's where we have our Mike Siddell, who's in Covington, Kentucky this morning, right across the river from Cincinnati. Mike?
So far this morning here in Metro Cincinnati, it's just been generally light rain. We've had about a half an inch at the area airports. Winds have gusted over 25, even 30 miles an hour, but the real show is going to be later on today as that cold front approaches. We're thinking the timing here in Cincinnati, Metro Cincinnati, late this afternoon and early this evening. They are playing football behind me. That's Paul Brown Stadium, and they're well aware of the threat for severe weather. But the timing right now should keep the worst of the weather out of here until after the game ends. It is amazingly warm this morning. Temperatures in this around 60. The average lows in the mid-30s. In fact, we're almost 10 degrees warmer than it should be in the middle of the afternoon, and that is one of the reasons. The warmth and all this humidity this far north, that's one of the reasons we're going to have an unusual outbreak of severe weather this far north this time of the year. Alex, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. And again, we're going to be focusing on a lot of these areas here in the eastern half of the country. Rather large spread here from the Great Lakes, but even down into parts of the south, we've got that risk for some of the stronger storms as well. Parts of Tennessee, into Mississippi, as well as Alabama, dealing with that risk for some strong to even severe storms out there. Let's focus in on how the south is going to be working throughout the day ahead.
Alright, well, as you guys just heard about the severe outbreak that we are going to have in the Midwest, I hope everybody is prepared for today because we are about to enter in the danger zone. Alright, I hope everybody has heard this correctly, and I hope everybody takes this seriously, because we do have a Torcon of 7, and it's going to be very, very severe. As we are just south of Chicago, Chicago has moderate risk, and we are just south of Chicago, so we are going to actually get the higher risk of tornadoes than Chicago will for this afternoon. It's going to happen between 10 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. U.S. Central Time. Please make sure that you guys have everything that you guys need, and please move into a safe place. Thank you guys so much for watching.